Hi everybody, this is Felicia. Right here you see me showing you papers for my next sketch here. And so this is Sketchiness, another series here, part of my Sketchiness series. And this I think is sketch number 3. So this sketch here, which you'll see in a second here, is from Sketches in Thyme. I am not on the design team for layout sketches, but I like their sketches anyway. So I decided to go ahead and do that. And here you see me cutting these papers here on the angles that was indicated in the sketch. So what I decided to do was go ahead and kind of mimic this sketch as close as possible. And these papers are all from my Scraptastic kit. And what I'm doing is here I'm layering and seeing how everything is going to work out here for the sketch. So I'm going to get the basics of the sketch down here and cut out and arranged here on the paper here. So with that, you're going to see me change a few things around, especially that little bottom piece there. I'm going to end up changing that. But here I am cutting the photos here, and I'm going to cut these photos way down to like 4x4s, actually a little bit smaller than 4x4s, so that they can all fit across the middle part of the layout, which is indicated on the sketch. So there you see me lining them up, and then I'm figuring out they're a little bit too long, so I'm going to cut them down a little bit more. So what they end up being is about 3 3/4 each, widthwise, and then I decided to go ahead and work with that size because I wanted a little spacing in between here. So there's a lot of papers that were in this sketch that I could, not sketch, but in the kit that I could choose from. But I decided that I would choose some papers that at least I could, that work together. So there you see me. I've already cut down the photos, and I changed that piece of paper that was at the bottom. So I'm arranging them all, and I'm marking them where they're all going to go. And I'm going to start with the layer that goes underneath first. So that is how you end up getting working with a sketch that has the kind of layers that this one does. And so each layer I'm going to be working on from the bottom up. So I'm putting that down there over top of that, so you can see that that layer overlaps the first layer I put down, and this one's going to also overlap that next layer, and then I'm going to put the next one down, and that one as well is going to overlap. So they overlap each other a little bit at a time there. So I marked where that is going to go because that is another layer, and then I'm going to put this layer on top. So that peeks out just a little bit. And I wanted to overlap that layer that I had put down earlier, the second layer. So now I'm putting down the photos, and I'm going to start from this side, and then I'm going to do the other side because I want to make sure I have an even amount of space on each side. And there you have it. So it worked there perfectly. I think that one's a little crooked there. Yeah, it was a little bit crooked. So that's what I'm fixing there. All right, so then I put that piece down at the bottom there. So now I have the basics of the sketch down, and then I'm going to start the embellishments. And that's usually how you work with a sketch. You start with the basic part of it, and then you start layering your embellishments on there a little bit at a time. So the sketch calls for the tags, and so my tags are going to be situated a little bit different from the sketch, but they're still, for the most part, going to be in the same spot. So there you see me put that one down, and then I cut the tags so that they could fit. I'm going to be using the later part of that tag in another layout anyway, so I decided to keep that. So I had to lift that layer up and put that right under there, and it fit perfectly. As snug as a bug in a rug. So I got that down. And there was a little bit of adhesive, so I roll it. That's the thing I like about my ATG gum. When you get a little bit of adhesive on it, you can rub it with your fingers and it rolls right off. So there's some more of the embellishments. And then what I'm going to do is put that really thin piece, so you can see me there, of washi tape with the gold arrows on it right in between the layers, so it gives it some interest and just another finished look as to the layers being overlapped on each other. And I'm going to put some right there at the top of that one as well. I love that little thin washi tape. It is so cool with the little gold arrows. And that came in the kit. So now I am, let's see, what am I doing right now? Yes. So I'm going to secure the washi tape, and that's why I have a little excess of it on the back so that it doesn't come up. I like to have my washi tape wrap around because it gives it that finished look, and plus it gives it less chance of lifting. So if you want to know how to put your washi tape down so that it doesn't lift, this is one of the good ways of doing it. And now in the middle, it's lifting a little bit because it's so thin. It really doesn't have that much of an area to stick to. So I'm going to end up putting some glue on that part of it just to keep the middle part of the washi down. So all these pieces are from the kit. Now that white bow is from a previous Scraptastic kit, but I'm going to be using it on this one. And all of the little pieces that you see me, little die cut pieces, those are gold foiled acetate pieces, and those are from the We Are Memory Keepers ephemera pack, which was really nice. And these are stickers for photos, and they are from the I think it was Simple Stories. That's what it is. And so I'm going to be putting those on there to fill up the top spaces of the top part of the photo, because there's some empty space up there that you don't really need to look at. And I'm trying to keep your focus on the food that's in these photos here. So now I got my embellishments at the bottom. I have my bow at the top, and I am going to be putting a little bit more embellishments down on this layout here. There's a gold arrow there pointing to the tag, and then the title is going to be up there, over there on the right side of the layout there. So doing a little bit of an embellishment cluster at the bottom as well. I'm going to put that wood veneer star down and putting it right on top of the acetate and the tag to kind of layer that as well. So I'm getting that star put down right in the corner there. Now the photo is of roasted chicken, roasted fingerling potatoes, and then my broccoli, which I broiled for like 3 minutes in the oven, and it comes out just right. It's not overdone at all. It's got some crunch to it. And those are some of the meals that I prepare, and they're relatively fast. So this entire meal right here takes about 1 hour and 15 minutes. And then I'm titling in that good food. And I'm using the foil thickers there that also came in the kit. And then these doodlebug sprinkles also came in the kit, along with that gold arrow that you see there pointing towards the word good. And then we have some more photo stickers, and that says fancy. So I'm going to put that down first so I can make sure that I have enough room for the rest of the embellishments that are going here on this layout. So I'm going to work my way backwards here with the word food first. I have to put a little glue on these stickers because they're chipboard and they usually end up falling off later, so this way I know they're going to stay on. Offsetting the word good there because I have some embellishments that are going over on the other side of that. And there you go. So basically, what this is showing you how you can embellish a sketch once you get the basic part of the sketch down, you can embellish it. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm putting the final touches here on the embellishing part of the layout. And in that empty space down there, I'm getting my T ruler. I am going to be journaling. And that, where am I at? There I am. I'm probably looking for a pen, yeah. I don't know about you, but my pens are I don't know, they just, I ordered a whole 18 set, and some of them were dry already before I even used them, and I haven't had it for very long. And then I wrote them back, and then I told them that they were dry, and then they sent me a whole new set. And then some of those in there weren't working. So I don't know with those pens. I like the way they write, but I don't like the fact that they're just not working when you need them. So there I am embellishing that area down there with a few enamel dots. One more up there. So there is this basic stare of this sketch, and I am all done. I liked how this turned out, and I like the combination of colors. I thought that was pretty cool. So I want to thank you guys for joining me on this series, and I will be back in a couple weeks with another sketch. Take care. Bye-bye.